GM goes all in on AI and robotics to redefine driving. Tesla smashes revenue records but struggles with profits. Volvo stock soars after a surprise earnings beat. And Toyota electrifies America's favorite SUV. Good morning and welcome back to the Jumpstart on CBT News. It's Thursday, October 23rd. Here's today's top stories. General Motors is taking a big leap into the future of driving. At its GM Forward event in New York, CEO Mary Barra outlined how the automaker is merging AI, software, and robotics to make vehicles smarter and more connected. GM plans to launch eyes-off driving in 2028 and introduce conversational AI powered by Google Gemini next year. The company also showcased a new centralized computing system for faster updates, factory robotics advancements, and home energy tech that turns EVs into backup power sources. Tesla reported record third-quarter revenue of $28.1 billion, topping estimates as buyers rush to take advantage of expiring EV tax credits. However, profits lagged due to tariffs, R&D costs, and declining regulatory credit sales. The automaker plans to begin large-scale production of its Cybercab robotaxi, semi-truck, and Megapack 3 battery in 2026, while expanding lower-priced Model 3 and Model Y variants to sustain demand. Volvo Cars is seeing a major boost this week after reporting stronger than expected third-quarter profits. The automaker posted 6.4 billion kronor in operating income, fueled by an 18 billion kronor cost-cutting program and rising sales. The news sent Volvo shares soaring more than 40% in Stockholm trading, as the company builds momentum ahead of its all-electric EX60 SUV launch in January. Toyota is revving up its best-selling RAV4 with an all-new 2026 model arriving in US dealerships later this year. The 6th-generation SUV will feature a fully electrified lineup, hybrid and plug-in hybrid only, with better fuel economy, more range, and new styling options across core, rugged, and sport trims. And the big news, the debut of the first-ever GR Sport model, blending performance with Toyota's reliability. Next up, Tom Maioli, president and CEO of Celebrity Motorcar, discusses how his dealerships are navigating today's tight inventory, rising vehicle prices, and record high service demand.
Looking to drive more profits to your fixed ops bottom lines? Check out our new show, Service Drive, exclusively on cbtnews.com.
You, as I mentioned before we got going, you are in the middle of one heck of a gubernatorial race there, and I know that you're pulling for the GOP guy and the Republican. Talk to us a little bit about that.
You know, listen, Jack's a great guy. He's a friend of mine. I'm on his finance committee. We've done a lot of fundraisers. I'm going to actually see him this evening at a fundraiser in New Jersey. And, we had a good conversation yesterday because he kind of got punched in the stomach with this whole opioids thing, in his past life supporting opioids, which they say that his advertising company took on a campaign for opioids. But, listen, I had the conversation with him yesterday. Opioids are legal. He didn't do anything illegal.
Right.
What's bad about the opioids is the addiction part of it, but they are legal. They have a purpose in it.
Sure.
My 90-year-old mother fell and broke 4 ribs. She's on opioids. Yeah. So it has a purpose and a place in the marketplace. So what she's insinuating that he's a murderer and he killed people and children is absolutely bizarre. And I think it's going to go against her.
Yeah, for sure. And things, it would be a total shift from the previous administration and the previous governor's viewpoint on business and such there with Murphy there in New Jersey, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, if Jack gets in, the world's going to change. We're back to a Republican state, which is pro-business, bringing corporations back to New Jersey, not chasing them out,
sure,
bringing tax dollars back, and getting rid of the red tape regulations. That's really what slows business down.
Well, that's a wrap for today's show, but be sure to join me again here tomorrow morning to get the latest news happening in the automotive industry. In the meantime, you can catch up on full episodes of Inside Automotive, Driving Solutions, and The Executive Profile wherever you stream your podcasts. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on your favorite social media platforms, and we'll bring the latest industry news right to your feed.